Welcome to PowerPoint. This video will show you how to make a PowerPoint presentation. You can use PowerPoint to present a research project, teach a lesson, or help give a speech to an audience. When you open up PowerPoint, you will have the option to create a blank presentation or choose a theme. Choosing a theme is a good idea because the fonts and background colors have already been chosen for you. This allows you to focus on writing your presentation instead of getting caught up in choosing the right colors. I'm going to choose the organic theme and the colors I want to use, and then click Create. The fonts, the background, everything has already been set up for you. First, add a title. My presentation will be about babies, and I'm going to teach my audience what they do all day. For my next slide, I want to create an outline of my presentation for my audience. I need to insert a new slide, and I want it to have room for a title and some content. I add my title, the topic of my presentation, what do babies do all day? I click in the text box to create my outline. The first thing I want to talk about is the funny things that babies do. I click Enter and Tab to create a bulleted list. Babies make a lot of funny faces. I click Enter and Shift Tab to start a new topic. This time I'll talk about the strange things that they do. Enter, Tab. Babies put things in their mouth, and they throw things. Enter, Shift Tab. The last thing I'll talk about are the cute things that babies do. Enter, Tab. Babies laugh at almost anything. For my first topic, the funny things they do, I want to create a slide that has room for some pictures. I go to Insert, New Slide, and I look for a slide that has a picture and some content. I add my title, and I write a short description. In PowerPoint, it's important to keep your description short. This way the audience will focus on you, the speaker, instead of being distracted by reading your slide. Babies make funny faces all day long. Nice and short. Now I need to insert my picture. I click on the icon, and I find the folder that I've already created with a few pictures I want to include in my PowerPoint. I choose the picture I want, insert, and you have a baby making a funny face. This is a nice visual for the audience. For my next slide, I'm going to talk about the strange things that babies do. In my outline, I listed 2 types of strange things they do. So I need a slide with 2 separate areas for content. I add my title and click in the first content area to create my first list. Babies put a lot of things in their mouth, like toys, feet, and dirt. I click in the next text box for my second list. Babies throw things, like food and their bottles. If there's anything else I would like to add to this list, I can discuss it with my audience. This is enough text for one slide. I want to make sure my audience is focused on me and not a lot of information on the slide. My last slide will be about the cute things that babies do. I also want to include a picture for this slide so that my audience can see how cute the babies really are. I choose a slide that has room for a picture and some content, and I start with my title. Cute babies. I add my short and sweet description. Now I need to add my picture. I click the icon, find the folder where my pictures are saved, and choose the picture I want to include in my slideshow. Insert, and there it is. Another great visual for my audience. A cute baby laughing at a penguin. At the end of my presentation, I want to include a slide that shows my audience where I found my information on babies. I will choose a new slide that has a title and room for some content. My title for this slide will be Works Cited. I've been updating a Word document with the citations for my resources. I will copy and paste that information here. I'll delete the extra bullets. And now my audience can see the article where I found the weird things that babies do, and the images I found on Flickr. Now it's time for the fun part. I'm going to add some animation to make my presentation more exciting. I'm not going to use too much animation because that will distract my audience, but using a few fun animations will keep my audience engaged and focused on me. I'm going to start with my title page. I can scroll up to find the first slide in my presentation. First, I need to highlight the text that I want to be animated. I'm going to start with my title. I click on the Animations tab and choose the animation I want. I'm going to have this part of my slide fade in. I do the same with this text. And then I can preview it. For the rest of the slides, I'm going to leave the titles alone so that they appear as soon as I get to that slide. I'll have the information in each slide either fade in or float in. Keeping the animations consistent throughout my presentation will allow my audience to keep their attention on me without getting too distracted. I'll do my outline page next. I'm going to leave the title alone, but I'll have each topic float in, starting with the funny things that babies do, then the strange things that babies do, and then the cute things that the babies do. Let's preview. Next is my Funny Baby slide. I'm going to leave the Funny Babies title alone. I'll have the description fade in and my picture float in. Let's see what that looks like. I will continue to add the fade in or float in animations to my slides. When I get to my Works Cited page, I'm not going to add any animations here. This page is for my audience to know where my information came from. I'm going to show it at the end of my presentation. It's time to check out our completed slideshow. Click the Slideshow tab and choose the button from Beginning. To get the animations to work, I need to click the mouse. This keeps me in control of the speed of my presentation. It allows me to talk about each slide before I show any pictures or text. This keeps the audience focused on me, the speaker. Babies. What do they do all day? I click to get to the next slide. Here's my outline. To allow the text to come in, I need to click my mouse. I'll talk about the funny things babies do, the strange things they do, and the cute things they do. To get out of my preview, I can click the Escape key on my keyboard. You have reached the end of the PowerPoint tutorial. Now it's time to practice your skills on your own. Please feel free to revisit this video whenever you need a quick review. Good luck with your slideshow.